Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack for Minecraft 1.12.2. As always, I am joined by my lovely assistant, Zombie Steve, looking dapper in his Iron Man outfit with a Manasseh monocle. Flux-Infused outfit. So when last I left you, we had done a bunch of mob farming with a industrial foregoing mob crusher. And so I've got his chest piece looking pretty okay. We got protection 4, holding 4, unbreaking 3, and block reach. So probably the first thing I want to do is show off block reach because that was a new one for me. But see the black lines over there on the wall? So that is a little terrifying. That is a long ass reach. It's both good and also potentially bad because I can get myself in all sorts of trouble with vein miner with this bad boy. But it is super handy when you're like, trying to, it's like I can reach there so I can mine things that far away, and I have global traveler on my mining pick so I can break that block, that stone block I'm facing, and send it to my storage drawers. Well, of course, that doesn't matter, but when you're talking about reaching across a ravine or you're talking about reaching something that's out over a pool of lava, that can be really nice. So I am both happy and also a little terrified that I now have block reach. So unbreaking, holding 4, protection 4, block reach. One of the nice things about the Flux-Infused Armor, there are things with higher armor and armor toughness, but the way this works is that it's got RF on it. Now with holding 4, it's got 2.4 million RF, and so each heart of damage that you take, the RF will actually take some of it for you. And so now I'm not exactly sure how that works, but because it seems almost too good to be true. But I think between protection 4 I won't take damage, and between unbreaking 3 if I do take damage it might not cost RF, and then if all of that gets through, the RF will take damage instead of me on a lot of this. So that's why I'm going through all the trouble of making this and enchanting it well. This is going to do excellent for me until I get to in-game armor. So the pants are at holding 4, unbreaking 3, and protection 4. Another thing that I had to look into, and I'm still not 100% convinced I know the right answer, is that the protections and how they stack. So some places say that like protection 4 will not stack with another thing that is protection 4. Other places say that it ends up being essentially protection 8. I saw somebody did some experiments. I'm not exactly sure what's what, but I'm not too worried about blast protection or projectile protection. So I'm just going to go 2 protection 4 pieces and 2 fire protection 4 pieces and hope they stack. And if not, well then I'm missing out on blast protection and projectile protection, but I'm not too worried about it. And if they do stack, if protection 4, 2 pieces of protection 4 stack and 2 pieces of fire protection 4 stack, well then that's just awesome. Anyway, let's see, what else was I going to do here? I just remembered I forgot to put my book of holding 4 on my boots. They're only at 800,000 RF, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so we will now go charge those up. The other thing I like about these flux-infused pieces from Redstone Armory is that they charge pretty fast. So they take a charge, if we watch it, it's going up pretty damn fast for 2.4 million RF. It seems like the industrial craft armors, the nano suit and the quantum suit, are a little slow to charge. And maybe they have more of a charge. I don't know exactly how it works, but I just know they're a little slower to charge. Now, I was a bit excited last time because I did get some quantum suit boots, And I was sort of excited in that it says they are enchantable, but when I take them over here to the enchanting table, they no look enchantable. So, and I thought, well, maybe it's because they have no durability, and maybe that's true. I was going to find a piece that had no durability on it if I had such a beast. I'm not sure I have nothing with no durability. So it's possible maybe I could repair them. I don't know. They got one durability. I suppose I could just throw a bit of a charge on them and see if that makes them enchantable. But I think JEI is just lying to me for this mod pack. I don't think these are really enchantable like the nano suit. Maybe they are in just standard industrial craft, but maybe they're not in this mod pack. But see what I mean about charging slow? I mean, this takes a while to charge this bad boy. And it does have 10 million EU on it, so whatever. But on the whole, I'm going to just check real quick. Where am I? Now they got a little bit of juice on them, and still not. They got a durability of 2, so it's not the durability thing. I just don't think the quantum suit is enchantable in this mod pack. I don't know if it is in other mod packs, because it's the first time I'm looking at them. And the same thing goes with the nano suit, so that makes a certain amount of sense. I got all excited when I saw that quantum suit looked like that. But if we mouse over this, yeah, it says this is enchantable too, and I just don't think it is. Maybe that's just a generic enchantment tab telling you what you can put on normal head armor. And maybe the nano suit and quantum suit is blacklisted. Anywho, so things are moving along. I got holding 4, unbreaking, and fire protection, feather falling, unbreaking, and holding 4. I really need to get my headpiece going here so that I can put on respiration 3, aqua affinity, another protection 4, etc., etc. But I wasn't getting the drop, and I'm sort of sick of futzing around with the drops to try and get one for the helmet. So I determined that to make one, if we look at Flux-Infused Helmets, basically you take a nanosuit helmet and you slap all this Fluxed Armor plating on it. And this Fluxed Armor plating requires a flux crystal, which you can take a bucket of destabilized redstone and combine it with some diamonds to get that. Now it turns out the destabilized redstone does not drop on this planet, so you have to get advanced rocketry or something and go to other planets to get the to get these guys to drop. I mean, those of you who play stuff, you guys probably recognize this block, which can sometimes turn into liquid redstone that you can scoop up with a bucket, or this, which you can use to make that bucket of stuff. So it looks like on this planet, if I want that, if we go back to Flux Infused, so if I want this stuff, I basically have to I tried the melter. I don't think it really works. I don't know, the 0 degrees Celsius. I had lava in there. That should be hotter than 0 degrees Celsius. Not even sure that really works. The 0 degrees Celsius makes me think this is really sort of turned off. Smelting, again, these don't drop on the overworld here, and I'm not ready to go to another planet. So that pretty much leaves the Magma Crucible or some... I don't know, I think you need this to make that, so I think we're pretty much talking Magma Crucible here. So I went ahead and made one. It's not too hard to make when you're at the stage that we're currently at. Let's see if we... Didn't mean to hit escape, but... Go to Magma Crucible. It was one of these, which I had some of. Those are sort of a pain, but I made extra because I knew I'd need them. Some fused quartz, which you can fry up, and I think it's the... Which one is that? There's one of these machines that'll make that. I think it might be the alloy furnace even. Anyway, we got a machine that'll make fused quartz. And we have... we want to make this stuff too. So for that we want the fluid infuser. So we're going to make some magma crucible. We're going to take a bucket of it and pour it on some diamonds to get some of those red gems. And then we're going to take some electrum and put some buckets of fluid into our fluid infuser to get these fluxed electrum ingots. And then we will be able to make a helmet out of the nanosuit. The fluid infuser also wasn't too hard to make. The ferroboron alloy, we could make that pretty darn easily with the alloy furnace. That was just put in some boron dust and some steel dust, I think, or a steel bar. So anyway, I made those two machines. Let's check our rewards on that bad boy. We haven't cracked the... we've been playing around with mob stuff for a while, so we haven't cracked this book in a bit. So it looks like we're getting credit for this. I don't think we've gone far enough in the tree to get credit for the magma crucible. But at least we get one thing here. Food! But it's food that I haven't eaten, and it's food that covers all the nutrition groups. I'll take it. So here we go. We're going to throw... So what do I need here? Let me just double check that before I get carried away. So I need one bucket, and let me double check. We are using the magma crucible. We don't have destabilized redstone ore because it doesn't spawn on this planet. However, we do have redstone. So one redstone gives you 100 millibuckets. So if we put in 10 redstone, we should get a bucket out, which is what we need. So let's start with that. I'm not trying to show you guys all crafting I do anymore, but I am showing you whatever, like the first time I use new machines. Seems to be working. I don't have any augments in it, so it's a bit slow, but that's alright. So now got to make sure I can get that stuff out. Hopefully I can click on it with a bucket and get it. So let me pull a bucket out of my backpack. Yoink. Done. We are in business. This makes 2. I only need 1, but hey, whatever. Got to use it up. So, bang, bang. Boing. 2 flux crystals. Good to go. Oh, that's not true. I need actually more than that, don't I? Durr. It only takes 1 per these, but I need 5 of these. So I need 4 more buckets. Pardon me, I am spacing. Alright, so while that's cooking, I'm also going to need, how much am I going to need for the ingots? Whoa, 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 that's not what I want. So 1 ingot per plate. I need 4 plates times 5. I need 20 plates. So I need 20 ingots. So I need, from the fluid infuser, I need 20 times 200 is a lot. Let's see, that's gonna be, what, 5 buckets? That doesn't sound right. 4 buckets. Yeah, 4 buckets ought to do me. 5 buckets will get me 1. I need, wow, my math coprocessor just blew out. I am tired. Let's see, so that's going to be 800. Yeah, 4 buckets. We'll call it 4 buckets. Something like that. I'll just throw another 40 in here and we'll see what happens. So we'll get that going. I'm going to start bucketing this into the fluid infuser. Now, how do I put liquids into this? I think I used this once in my... Can I just use the bucket? I think I can just use the bucket. Alright, and it'll take up to 16 buckets in it. Cool. Let's see what happens. And we need some electrum bars. I don't think I have enough electrum bars. But anyway, now you guys sort of see what... Oh, I got plenty. I was going to say, I was going to jump cut since you guys see what I'm doing now and I could come back with the final results, but might as well keep going here. Since I have a bunch of electrum. So there's 1 and 2. Three. Well, that's cooking. I gotta go grab my nano helmet. Oh, I think I'm overdoing it here. Hold up, hold up. Let's see, so, by the way, I just threw those up there just because I sort of need to figure out how I'm going to expand. I'm getting more machines out that I want to keep out. So I've got a bunch of machines in here that I don't use very often or hardly at all anymore. But now I've got multiple machines that I sort of want to keep out. All right, so we need 4 times 5 is 20. We need to make those into plates. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Plates. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to do. That's why I had more redstone than I wanted. I got to do more buckets into diamonds. My bad. Can I get fluid out of here? Shift click to clear tank. I don't think I can... I might be able to hook up some fluid tubes or something to pull out of there, but I'm just going to clear it. I got plenty of redstone. So now I'm going to need 2 more buckets. Gosh darn it. That's why I had more than I wanted, because I forgot I needed to make more gems. Because I only realized that seconds before I did this. Ooh, sleepy. Come on, baby, light my fire. Thank you. All right, the pain is almost over. We're almost there. We are almost fully armored. One more wafer-thin bucket of destabilized redstone. 2 more wafer-thin diamonds. And we are in business. Business. So now we're going to do that, and that, and that. Oh God, I made way too few. And my, oh wait, that's enough. What am I doing? I am confused. It's nap time. All right, there we go. Not too much leftovers. I didn't embarrass myself too horribly on the math. Boink. Huzzah! We are fully functional. There we are. Zombie Steve, looking like Iron Man, something like that. So now we need to get enchantments on the headpiece. I'm not sure I have all the enchantments I want ready to roll. I want protection, I want unbreaking, I want aqua affinity, I want respiration. I even have holding 4. Is that it? I think that's it. Just to save on books, I'm going to throw it in the thing. I don't want to dick around too much more with enchantments since I'm about done with them for now, but aqua affinity for 26. Oh no, I've still got it torched up. Take some of the torches out. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, and I've actually used up a bunch of my stuff, so I may not have enough experience, but it's real easy to get experience here, so with experience gaining osmium handles on my tools. But let's see if we got enough to load this bad boy up. So holding 4, yes. Respiration, yes. All right, looks like I'm going to be short, but that's all right. That gets us holding respiration and unbreaking. It's an excellent step. We can put the rest on in a moment. I'll go do some mining, and we should be good to go. Put my helmet on. 2.4 million, 2.4, 2.4, 2.4. All right, we are a little bit of mining to get my levels back up away from being, I think, as armored and enchanted as we need to be until we make a wyvern armor or some other complex in-game infinity this, draconic that kind of armor. Which I don't know much about all of that stuff, but I do know that between my laser gun and my flux-infused armor, I am pretty damn good for mid-game. Brilliant. So I'm going to take a pause here, see how our runtime is looking. I know I've been babbling and showing you lots of armor crafting and yada yada, but Now I'm going to check the runtime and possibly go do some quick vein mining, strip mining to get my levels back up to put these last two books on so that I can feel complete. And then I guess I would sort of still like to get Thorns on stuff, but it's hard to get Thorn books and Thorn enchantments out of there, so I might have to wait until here, that's something we can do. Thorns 3, can you make it? The Ender IO Enchanter can make it with Rose, and oh yeah. So I probably will put some of this on there. I'm having a hard time getting it out of the normal Enchanter book. I occasionally see Thorns 1 or 2, but I'm not really seeing Thorns 3, and I'm not one to half-ass around with that shit, so this will be easy enough to do once we have an Enchanter, which is a ways off, but so I guess that's the one last thing is slap a couple more just ones on there that I haven't been able to easily get from the enchantment table once we have a Ender IO Enchanter. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go get enough levels to put those last two books on my helmet. I'm going to see what the runtime is like, and then we'll come back and talk about our further plans and or do something else. Be right back. Alright, I went out to grab some quick experience, and let me show you a block reach. Here's another good use for it. It's like, oh look, there's some nickel up there. Vein mine. Oh look, there's some lapis up there. Nice. Some coal. Sweet. Oh look, iron. Redstone. That reach is a bit insane. I know I'm probably going to kill myself with it. I think block reach and vein miner is the deadliest combo on this mod pack for me. But I can't help it. I like it. So anywho, I will be right back. I need to stop farting around with my block reach and go ahead and grab enough experience by doing this kind of thing. Oh, I am hungry. Hungry. Ooh, we got new food. Sweet. Alright, this is probably, I think that's plenty of experience. Have I mentioned I love the cave illuminator? Look at that, those three popping up. Alright, let's go. I checked the runtime and we don't have a lot of time to get into something else new and interesting, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and run back here, and I think that's enough to put my last two books on my helmet. And then I'm going to go move the digital miner to some extreme hills. Not quite there. Alright, you get the picture. I'll be back in a minute, and I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to move our extreme miner out to the hills. And I'm going to show one last setup of that just so I remember what I'm doing and where I am and what's going on. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. Got this helmet looking good, holding 4, respiration 3, and breaking 3, protection 4, aqua affinity. So that's looking pretty tight. Nice. We're going to go ahead and set the digital miner up here. I am pretty far north of my fort. Only took 2 or 3 glider jumps though, so not too bad. And we are in some extreme hills, still looking for some emeralds. So we are at Y83. I'm going to config this to about 75 Y and down to bedrock with a 35 radius. We are looking for that stuff. So it picks up, I haven't actually watched through this, but it picks up all of these gem things, so I assume it'll pick up emerald ore. It definitely does diamond ore. Anyway, this will be the test. If there aren't diamonds down there, then maybe something's funky about the diamond production, or I mean emeralds. If there's an emeralds down here in the extreme hills, maybe there's something funky about emerald disposition in this mod pack. 2 mine 14, blah blah blah. So we've got auto eject on to our ender chest, which is hooked up to our ender chest, feeding by hopper into our drawers. Got silk touch off because it costs 6 times as much RF. I'm pulling less RF than I'm making, so that's good. So what pull does, I haven't really talked about that, but what pull does is I could put a big old chest up here full of, say, cobblestone, and as I'm taking the ore out, I could replace it with something like cobblestone. I'm not too worried about that, though. If this gets a little Swiss cheesy under here, that's fine by me. Alrighty, so we are going to, that's, aha, emerald. Bingo, bango, bongo. We are in business. Things are coming out of the ender chest, correct? I see things going into the ender chest. I'm going to, again, I have Osglow glass on all of my tools, so I can link the axe teleportation point to here, allowing me to teleport home. Make sure that there isn't something screwy going on here. Oh no, we got stuff in here. It is going out. So we're up to 3 emeralds. So beautiful. Everything is wonderful. Alrighty, so we're fully armored. This laser gun kicks a little ass. You may be able to, I was reading a bit about other stuff, you may be able to take the Restonia hearts thing and make stuff that will hit even harder. But I like the laser gun. It has a lot of things I like about it, like the ability to see things through walls and shoot them through walls. A ranged weapon that teleports the drops straight to a chest. There's a lot of good things about it, so I don't think I need to pursue any fancier weapon before the end game. So we are good to go. We've got armor. We're getting emeralds and more stuff mined up. And so next time I'm going to get back to the applied energistics. I've been sort of keeping an eye on the amount of Certus quartz we have. I'm not getting much in the way of charged Certus quartz. I don't have silk touch on, so I'm not expecting that one to go up. But I think this was 30-ish before we started doing digital mining. So we've got 2 runs of digital mining under our belts and we're up to 53. I would like to see that get a bit higher. So I might go play around a bit in the nether, see if I can get myself killed with my new block reach ability. But I think I've probably got plenty because I can charge them. I think I can put, well, let's take a look real quick. So I can energetic infuser. So I can make one of these bad boys, which I have all the stuff to do that. Unless I'm out of those. Those are a pain in the butt to make, but I could make more. So worst comes to worst, I can make an energetic infuser and charge some of these bad boys. And I probably have plenty. I just don't know off the top of my head what I'm going to need. So anyway, yep, we're going to move on with applied energistics now that we are armed, armored, and auto mining. Those are 3 good things. And we're making enough power for now. And we've got enough power storage for quite some time. So things are starting to come together. How much does this guy got in it? It's got 658 million RF in that. And we've got another almost 406 million now, 406 million in that. So we've got 1 billion RF in various storage devices. So I think we are good to go for now. Yeah, time to get this inventory under control. Although I've been really happy with the drawers. These aren't too bad once I got this all tied together. Getting the 2 ender chests as in loot chest rewards turned out to be really handy. I was not really familiar with them, but the ability to have the digital miner kick it into an ender chest and have the ender chest kick it into drawers is really saving my bacon there. So I like that a lot. But yeah, we are golden. Things are coming along nicely. So I will see you again next episode, and maybe between now and then I will do some of the grunt work on some of the ME storage and ME components we need to make, and see if we can get the ME inventory, Applied Energistics 2 ME inventory up and running in the next episode or 2. All right, bye.